I'm in Ironwood, where you can see the damages left from the Wednesday deadly fire. They've blocked off part of Aurora Street, as it is now a crime scene as they investigate the fire that killed 3 people. And the damages of the flood were a hit and miss. As you can see, 2nd Street is completely destroyed, leaving cars stuck in the pavement, where just only feet away, a house was completely untouched. Despite the dispensary discussion within the city, here on NMU's campus, the anti-drug policy will not change because marijuana is still illegal on the federal level. Authorities told me that these drug overdose hotspots include Gogebic, Ontonagon, Baraga, Menominee, and Delta counties. They say that being close to the Wisconsin border may have something to do with this increase. As Mission 14 was a success and the UP veterans were able to get that welcome back that they deserve, organizers of the UP Honor Flight already planning for September's trip to honor more veterans. In Washington, D.C., Nicole Buchmann, TV6 News. Yeah, spring is certainly not in the air here at NMU's campus where I'm live. The snow continues to fall, kind of more that drifting snow that's definitely piling up. As you can see, there's some piles of snow behind me here on campus. The drive here from Negaunee wasn't too bad. The visibility was a little bit limited. The roads a little slick, so allow for some extra time on your way back from work. Now, with all this activity that's happening in our weather, it's allowing for no activity here on NMU's campus, as it is one of the many schools throughout the UP that closed due to today's weather. Thanks, Steve and Sophie. I am very thankful to be inside reporting on the snow that we saw today, where it's nice and warm. I did talk to the National Weather Service today, who say not only is this spring storm close to breaking records, but also that flooding may be in our future. It's one of Marquette's biggest cold cases, and with advances in DNA technology, today Marquette City detectives are making progress to figure out what really happened to 34-year-old Paul Gerard, who was found dead on September 30th, 1988. In the Sioux Locks in Sault Ste. Marie, where earlier today, Lieutenant Governor Brian Kelly addressed the crowd as he committed himself to lead the work with the White House to fix the Sioux Locks. The force of the falls is so strong that you can hear the water rushing all the way from the parking lot, and that's because more than 36 cubic feet of water dropped from Bond Falls per second. Now, this Marquette community has seen the nurses and Duke Life Point go through more than a year of contract negotiations, a 3-day strike, a 24-hour bargaining meeting, and now a final agreement. Now, flood damage wasn't the only thing seen on today's bus tour, as the beauty of Houghton County shined through. Both the senator and community leaders urge others to visit the Copper Country despite their long road to recovery. Now, local authorities say they will continue to look out for scammers as recovery continues here in Houghton County. If you feel like you have been scammed, you can head to our website at uppermichigansource.com for ways to report it. Thanks, Andrew and Sophie. That's right. I'm live here in Escanaba in the Antique Village, one of Governor Snyder's favorite places to stop. And of course, he was the guest of honor today. And now he addressed the people in the luncheon. He talked about the major issues the UP is facing, but also how ways Michigan can improve and move forward when he's no longer governor. Thanks, Sophie. That's right. I am live here at the Veerling, where this watch party for Scott Dianda, Sarah Kimbenzi is well underway. It's pretty crowded in this watch room. As you can see, lots of people here to show their support as these results start coming in. Now joining me is the man of the hour, Scott Dianda.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
No problem. Now, Scott, obviously today, big day. Talk me through today, your emotions you voted right 7 a.m.
Sure. 7 a.m. we started voting, and I just want to thank all the volunteers that came out tonight to be with us.
We have the results for the top 4 candidates running for City Commission, and these are Jenna Smith, Jen Hill, Margaret Brum, and Mike Ployd. Now, these 4 will be running for the 2 slots for City Commission on that November ballot. Good morning, Andrew. I have my Newsies cap on, trying to do a New York accent, and that's still not getting any better. But joining me right now is the cast and one of the stars, Dakota, who plays Jack Kelly, who has probably a little bit better of an accent than me. Dakota, talk to me about the role of Jack Kelly, because I know he kind of leads the strike, right?
Well, on the surface, Jack's kind of like, he seems like a cocky and selfish guy, but once you really get to know him through the show, he's almost like an older brother to all the newsboys, and he really cares about others.
Now, you're a senior here at Westwood. This is one of your last musicals. What's been your favorite part about being a part of this show that is being premiered for the first time here in the UP?
I'd say getting to be like really close with the cast and being around the music all the time and really getting to put my own personality into the character of Jack Kelly.
Well, from the first little snippet that we saw in the first part was really good. So thank you so much, Break a Leg. Now, the other person right now joining me is Lexi. Lexi's a student here, but she's also the choreographer of this musical. And during the break, she's been kind of teaching me how to dance on newspapers. They do this in the show. It's super cool. So Lexi, let's try it again. They're super slippery, so I don't know how you guys do it. But this is they dance on newspapers during Seize the Day, the song, one of the big anthems of the show. So I'll put the microphone right here, but show us again how you dance on the newspapers. You can do this at home. It's a good little morning workout.
So
jump on, split,
left foot,
left,
right, center,
left, turn, woo,
left,
turn. We didn't fall that time. Woo!
After a final round of failed negotiations this evening, the Michigan Nurses Association has decided it will strike.
TV6's Nicole Buchmann has been covering the story and joins us now with more. Nicole?
Thanks, Greg and Sophie. Now, around 6 o'clock tonight, negotiations ended early, and the nurses saw no choice but to move forward with their two-day strike.
So by seeing us walking tomorrow for them, they'll realize that, we really do care. We care about our patients. We care about our community.
Tomorrow morning, Michigan Nurses Association, along with other statewide unions, will take to the community picket line outside the hospital on College Avenue from 7 a.m. until Saturday morning at 6:59.
With the support of our union brothers and sisters across the area, that, we can have a successful strike and, let this hospital know that this isn't acceptable to us.
The final decision to strike came after several negotiation meetings in the 13 days since the intended strike was called. Today, the MNA says they felt no contract agreement would be made tonight.
It was discussed that we're probably not going to have any meaningful movement on any of our issues, and we kind of adjourned.
The hospital released a statement tonight saying in part, while we hope to avoid a strike, we have been preparing for this possibility and have a comprehensive plan in place to ensure there is no interruption in the care of our patients and community members. We will have a fully staffed with qualified temporary nurses for the duration of the strike. Now, contract negotiation between both parties will not stop after this picket line.
We don't have any future date set to go back to the table with the hospital, but we will continue to bargain and meet with them and try to work out a contract. Now,
TV6 will be live at the start of the strike tomorrow morning on your morning news, and we'll have continuing coverage on our Facebook page throughout this whole strike. Officials say if this year's Red Bull 400 is successful, they could be looking at hosting it for the next 5 years. For details on this weekend's event, you can head to our website at uppermichigansource.com. On the top of Copper Peak, Nicole Buchmann, TV6 News.